Well, it will be a while before the prince needs to worry about higher education, and his family certainly doesn't have to worry about paying for it. But teaching your child proper work ethics this summer could save you thousands in college costs later on. Paul Hemphill is a best-selling author and founder of planningforcollege.com, and he joins us this afternoon. Paul, good to see you.
Nice to be here.
All right. When I talked to you earlier, you said there's so many common sense ways to afford college, and people go, duh, why didn't I think about that? Why don't we think about that? Why don't we know about these?
Well, the funny thing is, I have been very frustrated looking for those kinds of answers myself, so I decided to take this by the horns. And so I went to my two sons and I said, look, when you go off to college, I'm not going to send you a dime to pay for your expenses. Mr. Mean all of a sudden came out.
Right, Dad.
And exactly. And so what had happened was I forced them to get summer jobs, or jobs that are going to be on campus or off campus while they were there. And it forced them to budget their money, not to spend it on frivolous things like beer, and more beer. And at the end of 4 years, what happened, they were able to put on their first job resume 4 years of money management experience.
Wow.
And when their interviewers saw that, they said, what's that all about? So when they mentioned it, they said, wow, we've never seen that kind of an entry on a resume before. And each of my sons got job offers after every interview.
Wow, that is great.
It was common sense stuff.
Exactly. Now, what they do during the summer, you say, is crucial for them and their parents. Start working on the essays, and what they do during the summer could save their parents thousands of dollars?
Well, they can work on getting a job, obviously. But as far as the essay is concerned, you know, the subject is really coming up pretty hot right now, is what subjects should I avoid? And I always talk about the 4 Ds. That is, don't write about death, don't write about divorce, don't write about disabilities, don't write about disorders.
Won't those tug at the heartstrings?
Oh, absolutely it will, but that's what the colleges want to avoid. Imagine that you're a college advisor or a reader, and you get up in the morning. Do you want to say, I can't wait to get to the office this morning because I want to be depressed all day? And
okay, good point.
So they would rather that you write about something that tells them who you are. A positive story, some experience that you've had that gives them a sense of who you are. They already know what you know from your grades and your test scores, but who you are always beats what you know. So tell us a little bit about who you are so we can make a final decision on whether or not we should accept you.
Now, you told your sons as they were in college about, I'm not going to send you a dime. But when should we really start talking with our children about, you know, you be part of this paying for your college experience? As
soon as possible, because what you want to be telling your children is that the best gift that I can give you as a parent is to learn responsibility. Take accounting of your own actions and your own decisions. And the earlier you can start doing that, the better. I always say to parents when they have young children, when they're able to write, maybe around the 7th or 8th grade, get them a checking account. What's a checking account? Why would I do that? Well, get them in the habit of being responsible for money.
Right. Even though everything is online, when you write it out, it hits home even more. We have the book that Paul has written that gives you this kind of good advice. There it is, Planning for College, how you and your children can help afford this education that they want. And he's talking about normal colleges, not all the Ivy League stuff.
Exactly.
Paul, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Good advice.